What's up guys, back to the Konosuba video. In today's video we are going to talk about what units you should exchange in the hidden potential shard system, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, who should you exchange? So I actually didn't make a video on this when it came out, and I do apologize because I totally forgot this was a feature up until a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing. Currently I didn't use it. It resets once a month, by the way. Also, I'll tell you why we're on the JP version in a moment. But once a month, you can go, okay, I don't like Cosmo, I don't want Cosmo shards. In exchange, you get 5 of these. These shards are universal. They work for any character, even collab characters, and they pretty much just act as a substitute. Let's say I wanted to max Cosmo, and right now I have 354, and I'm like, oh, if I have 360, I'd be able to finish this last node, right? Then you would just use how many of these you would need in exchange, and then they would pretty much become Cosmo shards, and you'd fill it out. Easy peasy, right? Well, obviously, I don't want to give it a Cosmo shards because Cosmo is quite useful. So you're probably wondering, who should I get rid of? Now, it really depends because a lot of people are useful, and you don't want to waste it if you end up getting a good unit. So before we get into the collab stuff, because I will talk about collab stuff after this, I will show you. Let me go ahead. Hopefully it looks good because I did not put it together. Aha, it looks good. Love to see it. Okay, so this is the tier list I have. It's not anything too crazy. It's pretty much just Chris and Leah are extremely good and well used units. So of course they wouldn't be in S. Aqua's also used a lot. You can use God Blow. You can use just the water version. I know the swimsuit version is kind of dated, but you can use that one. That's why those ones are in. You'd probably want to max all of them, just because when you do max out the nodes, there are ones that just give buffs regardless of the element you are upgrading. And then everyone in A pretty much just has either just a bunch of elements, like Wiz, if you have Christmas Wiz, or I know there's the Onsen Wiz in the future that people use for damage, or there's Forbidden Wiz in the future. She has multiple paths you want to upgrade. Same with Cosmo, same with Union. Pretty much they all have units that are good in different elements, so you'd want to max them all out and not stick to just one path. B, one path. Megami uses mostly fire, Veneer Earth, Melissa Earth, Mel Sesmiro Electric kind of thing. Once you max that out, you don't have to go too crazy with the other ones because the other ones are only getting a buff from the stats. Not saying that's bad, but obviously you don't have to go as crazy because it's not like someone like Union who it's like, oh, I have Union in light, I have Union in dark, I have Union in lightning. It's like, okay, well, at that point, you have so many different unions, might as well max all the things out because you want to get the boost for the lightning element anyway. So might as well grab that. And it's like, oh, you want to get the boost for the fire one anyway. You get what I mean? And then C, dust is only useful is legendary dust. So wind, I guess, everything else, whatever. Darkness, mask only. You don't really need to. And then Komeko and fire is okay, but mostly not used. And then Mitsurugi, he doesn't really have a standout card that's like, okay, max out fire on Mitsurugi, and then, at that point, you don't really have to worry about him too much. But he just has some mediocre cards that are just, good or okay in multiple elements, so he just kind of is in limbo. And then Amy is just really bad. There's not a single clear Amy besides the Arabian one, who is not going to be that good for too much longer, unfortunately. Which really sucks because I haven't pulled her. But anyway, she's a D because you can just get rid of her shards whenever, honestly, unless you really like Amy. Do note, at some point you will max out a character and then their shards, like let's say you max out Chris, immediately boom, Chris is done. Now all incoming Chris shards can just be exchanged instantly, really, and then you can focus on your other characters. So don't worry too much about, oh, what if there's a really good Amy who comes out on JP? You'll have more than enough time to at least max out a couple of her boards, at least I'd hope. Other than that, that's pretty much it for that. Let's go back to the game in general. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what if I want to save these shards for like a collab character? What, like, Overlord's coming soon. What about those ones? Because there's the other ones. Well, when the collab comes out, you will get this exchange shop, which is pretty much the exact same thing. You get 5 for, I'm assuming, the whole collab, and it's just collab ones. So for example, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to go down to Amy. I'm not going to use Amy on the JP account, so I do this. Boom, that's 5 for the collab. And then I can go to this one and also go to Amy for this one and do 5 more. Now I have 5 more of this, and I can use both of those on collab units. It's pretty much universal on both. So it pretty much just lets you get a little bit more of a boost, so you don't have to wait that extra month. So I recommend, if you want to use Eins, to find all the characters that you don't care about maxing, or you don't care not having shards for, or raised up, and exchange them. That way, when the next month rolls around, I'm not too sure when the banners are supposed to go up or leave at. It could change, but you want to have as much as you possibly can before exchanges, because the only way to increase your collab character's potential is through this or through the collab yellow ones. So do keep that in mind. But other than that, that'll pretty much be it for the video. Hopefully this helped you guys. I'll pop up the guide one last time. Let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, this guide isn't like strict, like, oh, definitely max out this character. This is just suggestions and from what I've seen through tier lists or what I've used personally. I know I use personally is a little weird because I don't really use Chris too much, but it's because Legendary Chris is so good. You use them on every team. You just want her to just be max in general. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Konosuba content. Any day now, they should drop the Overlord teaser / sign up stuff. Kind of been waiting on that. Trust me, there'll be a bunch of videos when that comes out, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. And like the video as always, and I'll catch y'all in the next Konosuba video. Thanks for watching.